Hey everyone, Coach Peter here again with you today. Took some time to step out and have a look at some of the scenery that's out and about. That's what actually I'd like to talk about today, about how to overcome procrastination, or another way of saying it is how to get off the couch and do the things you want to do. Most people sort of talk about that in terms of motivation. I need to get motivated. That really doesn't work very well, and I'm not a great fan of saying you've got to get motivated to do something. So what I'd like to do today, I'd like to give you a little simple tip that might work for you and see if you like it. So the first thing you need to do is find out what it is that you need to do. I know that's really crazy, but let me give you an example. I'm sometimes sitting on the couch having a great time reading something that could be quite boring, and my wife says to me, Peter, it's time to do the dishes. Okay, I say, time to do them? Yeah, I'll do them sometime. And I look at my computer, and whatever I was looking at during that time is suddenly 10 times more interesting, and the couch is just that much more softer. And I'm going, okay, well, I'll just stay here for another 10 minutes. And I'll read, and I'll sit on the couch, and before you know it, the day has passed and I still haven't done the dishes. Have you ever had that feeling? It's called procrastination. So here's a really, really good tip to activate that intention. I always have the intention to do the dishes, of course. I'm sure you do too. So what you need to do is you take the first step. And it doesn't have to be that you get up and do this, that, and the other. No, the first step, let's take the dishes, for instance, is to stand up. That's the very first step. It's very easy to do. It doesn't mean anything at all other than standing up. And then when you stood up, where do you go from there? It's actually called intention activation, just taking the very first step. Not even thinking about having to do the whole thing, just the very first step. And once you've done that, you can move on forward. In technical terms, it's called an if-then or when-then response. And if you think about it, we're pretty much patterned by our habits. If it's our habit to keep sitting on the couch and keep sitting down, that's our next step. So we just keep sitting down and we keep getting more interested in the things that we're doing. If we change that and say, okay, the first step is going to be to stand up, we're going to move forward. So the if-then equation happens. If I get asked, probably when I get asked to do the dishes, I put my computer down and I stand up. And I'm almost already there. It's almost like standing at the top of a ski slope or at the top of a hill with roller skates on. And from there on, doing the rest of the job is as easy as just keeping on going. So here's the tip for you. If something happens, then I will do that. So set that up as an intention in your mind. No, you don't have to make it so that you do the whole thing. That will just sometimes scare you. Just what is the very first step? And it can be as simple as just standing up. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if it's a useful thing for you, and look forward to catching you next time. See you then.